Hey BookTube, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel, The Book Bag. Today I'm going to be doing my November bullet journal spread. The tarot cards I have chosen for today are the Ace of Swords, which represents new ideas, new projects, success, and making the correct decision. I chose this one because my theme this month is kind of this like cozy library, which is my dream library. And hopefully someday I'll be successful in making my own dream library, but also because I'm moving at the end of October, beginning of November. I'm moving back to my home city, and I'm hoping that that move will be a success because I'm super excited for it. The other card I chose was the card of Judgment, which also means when a period of our life comes to an end, making way for dynamic new beginnings, and I thought that fit the idea of moving pretty well as well. So these cards have more to do with what's going on in my life than really what's going on in my bullet journal theme. So as always, I barely drew any of this stuff myself. Most of it came from ideas off of like Pinterest. For example, this really cozy wingback chair that I'm drawing I found on Pinterest because I am obsessed with wingback chairs and I really want to have one in my dream library someday. Hopefully in our new place we can get one. I'm super excited about it. But yeah, so basically I just have this like really cozy library, home library set up, lots of books, a little lamp, a nice armchair with a pillow to relax on, a window seat, and I think I might make it kind of like a winter scene outside maybe, but uncertain about that so far. Opposite the cover page we have my sleep tracker as always. This is the one constant in all of my monthly spreads, and it serves me fairly well. I love having a sleep tracker so I can look back and see, oh, like, I didn't get a lot of sleep, that's probably why I was tired, but then I also tend to forget to do it in the mornings when I wake up. So some days it'll be like 2 days later and I'm trying to remember how much sleep I got based on like what I had done that day. Did I have to wake up early for work? Did I get to sleep in? So it's not always super accurate, but it still is a nice kind of glance at the month to see if I was super tired that month, if I got like a lot of sleep or not, and to try and remedy that for the following month. My next spread is my monthly calendar spread. So it's just set up the way a normal monthly calendar is, just really basic. I've got all of my little boxes there. I start my weeks on Mondays and then I always have room on the side to write a to-do list. I find this really helpful for a better like overview of the month, any events I have coming up, which aren't many because, COVID. But also it helps me plan my YouTube videos for the month so I can see what I want to film, if I have enough video ideas, if I need to come up with more stuff, and when I need to get them all done by. This month I drew my little to-do header like a little bookshelf with some books on it to match the library theme that was on the cover page. As I mentioned, we're moving at the end of the month, so I had packed a bunch of stuff by this point when I was doing this, and I packed my pencil crayons and sent them on their way back home. So I didn't actually have anything to color with. So sadly, my November bullet journal's a little bit colorless right now, but once I get back and have access to my pencil crayons again, I will be coloring this in as well as all of the books in the library and that whole cover page. I remembered all my other things. I was like, got my fine liner, got my tarot cards, my brush pens. I just packed my pencil crayons and also my stickers that I wanted to use for this month as well, but oh well, that's okay. I'll be reunited with them soon enough. For my weekly spreads, I saw this also on Pinterest, where it had the boxes for the days as kind of these little almost Tetris-y shapes, and then in between they had little bookshelves, so it looked like that the days of the week were little like cubbies inside a really cute bookstore or library. And I really liked that idea, so I thought I would try and replicate it for November. And it took a really long time. Like, I think the footage for this entire bullet journal thing is approximately 2 hours, and 1 hour of that is just me doing the weekly spreads, because I had to use my ruler, draw out all these boxes, and then draw other boxes around like the daily boxes so I could fill those with books. And it was just like a lot of work. It was also a lot of prep beforehand because I had to figure out how big I wanted my boxes to be for the days of the week, because I wanted enough room to still write all the stuff and all of my tasks and journaling thoughts and all that sort of stuff in there, but also have room for putting little bookshelves in there so it looked nice and cozy and not quite cramped, but like full, you know? And so yeah, this was like the most time-consuming part of doing my bullet journal this month, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it looks nice, and I think once I have my pencil crayons again and can color in all the books, it'll look even better. Like, it'll be nice pops of color, and it'll look nice and cozy. After I'd finished drawing all of the daily boxes and then the little bookshelves in my weekly spreads, I went back and drew in all the books. I also forgot at the beginning that I had some book stickers from Sticky Club that I wanted to put in here, and so I filled in like all of my bookshelves, but then later on you'll see me leave some blank spaces, and that's so I can put some stickers in there and kind of, you know, make it a little more interesting, add some new textures and colors in there. Drawing the books was also pretty time consuming because I didn't want it to look just all like the same, you know, they're all standing up and kind of boring, so I had to try and play with different ways that books can be on the shelves. And then, you know, it still looks a little plain because there's no color on the page. This week was just like a little bit of a struggle. I was already stressing about having to pack and move and everything, so yeah, I was just like a little bit scatterbrained and just already put off by the fact that I had forgotten my pencil crayons and stuff and just made a few more little lapses in memory, but it all turned out okay and ended up looking pretty cute, so I think it'll be fun. And I think instead of coloring all of the books at once I get home, I'll just kind of do them here and there, because I find throughout the month I'll be wanting to do some sort of like creative thing, something similar to bullet journaling or adjacent to bullet journaling, and I think coloring these books in would be a good opportunity to do that. And I think I might also try and write in titles of books that I read specifically that week into some of the book spines that I have drawn here. I think that'd be a fun little thing to remember, you know, when I was reading these books, and then it also adds a bit more interest to the page. After I finished the last of my books, I realized that I had forgotten to put my washi tape on the page next to my sleep tracker. Because of course I did. That's kind of how this whole setup went. But I did have a washi tape. I had remembered to keep one with me, and so I used this black kind of like graph papery one, because I thought the kind of muted tones would complement what I hope would be a more colorful library on the other side. And then it also was kind of, you know, November, at least here in Alberta, is basically when winter starts. We usually have snow before November, but like definitely in November it snows a lot. So got those like dark days and nights, barely any sun. And so this washi tape is kind of representing that. Alright, so here is my final flip through. Again, it's not colored the way it will be eventually. I'll go back in with my pencil crayons and fill that all in. It's, you know, it is what it is. I'll try and post some pictures maybe on Instagram or something once I have it all colored in, as well as that little like to-do space. And I've got lots of blank space on this monthly spread that I think I'll add stickers to. But I'll try and post some pictures on Instagram of the finished product and what it all ends up looking like, because I think it'll be really nice when I have like those book stickers in there and I have all the spines colored in. It'll be a lot more interesting. Right now it's just like a whole bunch of rectangles, but I think it'll look really nice once it's done. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.